speaking of Wet and Wild, so um, in my search, because I really, really, really want to do a giveaway, in my search for these spring shadows here, I tell you, it's very frustrating. The two CVS's, there's only two CVS's that carry it in my neighborhood. I'm not sure of any other ones. Carry Wet and Wild, and they have not gotten the displays in yet. And the one I have, both are like about 2 miles or a mile or two away from me. And one of them hardly, I don't think honestly, maybe it's just me, but those displays look like they haven't changed in months. The one that's further away is a bigger one. It's a 24-hour one, and they change their displays regularly, but that one still hasn't gotten it in either. They've tried and tried and tried to order from me, but they can't. The way that they do their number system is different from the skewer number on the back, because from the ones that I got, whatever it was a couple of weeks ago, the skewer number on the back is not coming up on their computer. They can see that it's like, they can see like the Wet and Wild, I think they said, but they can't order it because something about the way they order things. So it's very frustrating that I thought that when CVS would be bringing in the Wet and Wild that they would get this. So it is in the system because other CVS's have gotten it, but they just can't order it, which is, I don't know how that works. My Walgreens they got these huge Wet and Wild displays, two huge Wet and Wild displays. They got up these new mascaras. I don't know if they're gonna be permanent, but they're pink, like a lime green, a light blue, and like a light purple. I did not. I saw the swatches of them online. I did not like them. So those are there, and on these two huge displays is all the brand new, all the old products. All the stuff that they've already have been carrying. They got the lollipop or whatever it is, the collection of the glitter nail polish, but they did not get these spring Wet and Wilds in, at least not here. Now it is April. Like I said, last year they got their spring collection in May, because when I moved here in May, I went to Walgreens immediately and saw the spring collection that I had gotten in March back in North Carolina. So maybe they'll get them in, I don't know. But I found out via the Nouveau Cheap map that they have hit Houston. And this is what happened with last year's Christmas collection, the Where's the Party? They arrived in northern Houston on the other side of the city. I do not go that way. The traffic here is horrible. To go through the street would make it double the time. It would have to be a day that I have absolutely nothing to do. And believe me, as soon as that goes up on Nouveau Cheap, those are sold out. I called just to see, because the girl had just went up on Nouveau Cheap, and the guy, honestly, they got guy stalkers, and I don't think they know what the heck I'm talking about. He's like, I don't see it. I said, what are you talking about? 2 hours, this just went up on Nouveau Cheap 2 hours ago. You know, and he's like, I don't know, you know, so I was not, this was late at night. I was not about to go up driving that way. And my husband's working too hard for me to ask him to drive me on the weekends. He's just too tired. So I just don't want to go up there. And then another one that's even further away, a Kroger's got it. So Kroger's belongs to Fred Meyer's, and Fred Meyer's gets them like a month before anywhere else. They've been at Fred Meyer's since the end of February, beginning of March. So I remember asking Fred Meyer's, can't you ship them out to all your Krogers? The Krogers here does not carry Wet and Wild, but for some reason they got this display. So I called up my neighborhood Kroger's. The one that's right by my house is like, you know, you could walk there, it's that close. They don't have any displays. The one that's a little further, which is right next to Walgreens and CVS, they said that they didn't get them in. The other Kroger that's near my Blockbuster, they said they did not get me in. So they referred me to a bigger Kroger, which is about 10 miles away. It's not bad. And I had to go out that way today because there's no shoe repairs here. So I went and dropped off my shoes over there. I went to go get them, and I did not print out the directions. I was listening to how to go there because some lady was telling me, and I could not find that Kroger's. I was upset, and I called them up. I said, where are you? They said, well, this is what they told me. We're on some West Street. And I'm like, "Wow, West Street, but isn't that in the city?" The other girl told me they were near where my shoe repair was. And if she just would have told me another street, I was right on that street when I thought I was lost. If I had just gone one more block, I might have been able to see, because it was actually to the right. And I might not have been, it was not exactly on that street. It was further down that street on the next corner. Just one more street I could have went down, and I probably would have found it. And I thought I was lost. I wasn't familiar with the street she was talking about. So I just turned around and came back home. So when I got home, I looked it up on the computer, and I saw that I was one more street away from where that Kroger's was. But again, it was off to the right down the street, so I still might not have caught it. But I was so close. I should have just printed the directions, but I'm going by what the lady on the phone told me. She told me when I called on Saturday that there is a Kroger here that is huge and carries all the makeup. That the smaller Krogers won't carry everything, but that one will. But she said that was 2 weeks ago. So like I said, I got frustrated. I come home. I see that it was right there. So I called them up and I said, "Look, do you guys have this display?" And one of the things bad about calling Kroger is you're talking to guys. They're not, men are not into detail and looking for things. And they will, I don't know how many times over the weekend I called different Kroger. They just leave me hanging. I'm on hold for 10 minutes. So the same thing happened today, which is very frustrating, which is why I would have rather have just went myself. So I hung up and called the guy. I said, "Look, whoever's dealing with cosmetics, they left me hanging." And so the guy comes to the phone and says, "Look, I looked and I did not find it." So I believe him, because the lady said she sold them 2 weeks ago. And they're not going to last that long. You know how it is. So I wish I just would have if I would have just went one more block, I would have found the street that it was on. I wish that, by some miracle, my daughter would turn to the right and seen it on the end of that street or something. But yeah, so if I did not already get this collection, I would have went into another deep depression. And I know that it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Today, Pixie Jasmine said that we have a sickness, and I think she's right. It's a sickness, man, because why should I get depressed over makeup? I'm just so glad that my friend AA True got me a set. So, again, I'm trying to get a set, as a giveaway. So, I'll keep trying to see if I spot any. One thing I know for sure, if any of you live in Houston and you travel to Galveston on a regular basis, that's an hour away from me. They are one of those Krogers. I was there last year, and they are huge. They have 2 aisles filled with makeup, whereas the ones I've been going to only have half an aisle. I'm going to assume that the one up here, that not that close, but it was near enough that I could have traveled there within 10 minutes. I'm going to assume they're one of those big ones. But if you're in Galveston, I would definitely go check your Kroger's, because they have a huge makeup section, and they carry a bunch of displays. They have so many displays that they put it like in 2 different sections. So yeah, so guys, I'll keep trying. I'm gonna try and get out there again, just for my own sake, just so I could take a look at it, see what it's about. If I find it, I'll keep calling my Kroger's, I'll keep calling my Walgreens, and that one. Now I know that the one CVS near me doesn't really carry a lot of displays, but the other one, going the opposite direction, is a 24-hour store, and they have more displays. So I'll just keep calling, seeing if they have it, because I really want to do this as a giveaway, for you guys. But speaking of giveaways,